Hello everyone and welcome back to the One Stop Co-op Shop. This is Colin and today we're going to start Adventure Pack 5, The Dead Marshes in the Mirkwood Cycle. After regaining his trail in the hills of Wheel, the heroes have tracked Gollum to the Dead Marshes, into which he has fled in a last-ditch effort to avoid pursuit. Feeling that the hunt is coming to a close, the heroes enter the treacherous marshlands ready to capture the creature alive. You've followed Gollum's trail for days and are now closing in fast pursuit. In a last-ditch effort to escape you, the creature has fled to the Dead Marshes. Setup. Search the encounter deck for Gollum and add it to the staging area and shuffle the encounter deck. Then reveal one card per player from the encounter deck and add it to the staging area. Here we have Gollum. If Gollum ever has 8 or more resource tokens on him, shuffle him back into the encounter deck. We do not want to do that because we'll have to search and find him in that encounter deck. Does not sound like fun. Forced. At the end of the quest phase, the party must make an escape test, dealing 1 card per player from the encounter deck. If this test fails, place 2 resource tokens on him. So I can fail at most 3 times, and that'll put 6 resource tokens on him. Now I'm going to explain this test in a second, but before I do that, I am going to reveal my 1 encounter card, and we have the Giant Marsh Worm. Ugh. Force. Remove 2 damage from the giant marsh worm at the end of each round. Oh! He attacks for 3, 1 threat. 36 though, so I could probably leave him in the staging area for a while. But yeah, he's going to be a pain to try and take out. An escape test is specific only for this adventure. And I shouldn't say only, there might be other ones that I don't know. But in this series, this is the only one that has the escape test that I can remember. To make an escape test, the players first commit characters to the test. A character must exhaust to commit to an escape test. And what you'll use is their willpower. After you've committed your characters, you can play any action cards or event cards. If a single player is required to make the escape test, we don't have to worry about that because I'm only playing solo anyways. Once the characters are committed, a number of cards that's instructed by whatever's making us do the escape test must be dealt from the encounter deck. Many of the cards have a bold keyword escape. So just like the card we drew, this says escape 2. Any card that does not have a printed escape value is considered to have 0. Then you're just going to simply compare the two. If we are above with our questing compared to the total amount of escape, we succeed the escape test. If it's equal to or lower than the amount of willpower compared to the escape value, then we lose, and depending upon whatever that quest or the escape test is being used for, something will happen. If it's for Gollum, Gollum will get 2 resource tokens on him.
Yes, yes, said Gollum. All dead, all rotten, elves and men and orcs, the dead marshes. There was a great battle long ago, yes. So they told him when Smeagol was young. When I was young before the precious came. It was a great battle. Tall men with long swords and terrible elves and orcs shrieking. They fought on the plain for days and months at the Black Gates. But the marshes have grown since then, swallowed up the graves. Always creeping. Sorry guys, I know that was not a great rendition of Gollum, but it's the best I can do. So you can see here we need 12 progress to move to the next quest card. Now let's go ahead and draw our 6 cards. Now before I do it, I do want to mention this is my second time doing a recording because I played this and I accidentally forgot to include 1 entire encounter set. I went, wow, there were no enemies. Well, it's because I forgot to include the, the Wilderlands ones that have that big troll. So anyways, it was a walk in the park. Let's see if it is this second time. All right, we've got the Guardian. Oh, we've got Light of Valinor. That is sweet. Imlardis, Warden of Healing, another Warden of Healing, and a Test of Will. Yeah, this is too great to pass up on. Light of Valinor is going to help us because we can quest with Glorfindel and then use him for an escape test. Test of Will we can use to negate some of the bad cards that come out. There's a lot of when revealeds in this one. So let's go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep this. We're going to generate our resources. Now, I just got these really awesome tokens from Dracula's Tokens on Etsy,
And they are sweet. What he did is he takes the basic, what they look like from the game, he puts a little bit of glass around it, so it gives it a curved edge and felt on the bottom. So he has that for your damage too. Oh yeah, and he gives you like 3 damage tokens, 5 damage tokens. Also, the progress tokens. You can see the back is green. Oh, it's so cool. And then my absolute favorite part, he also gives you these tokens. So, you know how sometimes certain items get +1 defense, +1 willpower, maybe +1 attack? Well, he has these tokens to help you track that. So if someone has 2 additional defense, I can put it there. Or let's say a card makes all other cards of this round get an additional threat, I can put it there. So awesome. It's going to help me keep track of things really nicely, and it just looks wonderful on the table. If you guys want to purchase these, I love how they look, by the way. If you want to purchase them, I will put a link in the description below and all videos going forward, so you can go ahead and find those. Okay, sorry. That was a side note. And don't worry, he didn't pay me to say that. I bought these on my own fruition. I just really like them. So we've generated our 3 resources. Let's go ahead and draw our next card. Okay, a good harvest. Moving into the planning phase, Light of Valinor, not a question. We're going to spend 1 of Glorfindel's resources to do that. And I actually think with this hand, we might just stick with what we've got. I've got a blue resource we can use for Test of Will. So yeah, I think we're good. Moving to questing, I think I'm going to go ahead and quest with Glorfindel for 3, Arwen for 3 for a total of 6, and there's only 1 threat in the staging area. And we get a location, Fens and Mires, 2 threat. After the players travel this location, place 1 resource token on Gollum. Ugh. Okay, that's annoying. Looking at the staging area, we have a total of 3 threat in the staging area, and we quested for 6 willpower. We can place 3 out of the 12 progress we need on this current quest. Now, what we're going to do, before we do the travel phase, we have to resolve Gollum. At the end of the quest phase, the party must make an escape test dealing 1 card per player from the encounter deck. If this test is failed, place 2 resources on Gollum. And don't forget, if we place 8 resources on him, he gets shuffled back in the deck and we have to find him. We'll go ahead and commit Treebeard and Glorfindel to this escape test. That's a total of 5. Now what we do is we reveal the top card of the encounter deck, and it has an escape value of 2, so we're okay. Doesn't do anything to us. If we had failed that, we would be placing resource tokens, 2 of them to be exact, on Gollum. But now we are going to travel to the Fens and Mires, but that's going to place 1 resource token on Gollum regardless. This means we're going to end our round. We're not going to engage that worm. No reason to do that. Increase our threat by 1. Generate some more resources, which is wonderful. And we'll go ahead and draw another card, and we have Elf Friend. With this hand, I think the first thing we'll do is place Elf Friend out on Treebeard. We'll spend 1 of Glorfindel's resources to do so. We'll also spend 2 of Treebeard's resources to get a Warden of Healing out, because it's never a bad idea to have healing when you have Treebeard in your deck. And honestly, I think that's all we're going to do this round. For this questing phase, we're going to go ahead and use Glorfindel for 3 and Treebeard for 5. So it's 5-1. Let's give that top card a flip, and we have another giant marsh worm. Let's hope our threat never gets up to 36, because then we don't have to deal with them. Well, and the thing is, that only adds 2 threat to the staging area. 1 more additional, so 2 total. 5 questing versus the 2 in the staging area means we get 3 total progress. 2 will complete this. 1 will go here. I think I'm going to go ahead and damage Treebeard, let's say 3 times. Let's do that. So we'll damage him 3 times. Look at that. I have 1 token for 3. That's awesome. And that's going to let us place 3 more progress onto here. Oh, that's a 10. That's still not used to that. 1. Oh, wait. I've got a 3 right here. So we have 3, 6, 7. We need a total of 12. And we have no locations in the staging area, so we don't have to worry about traveling anywhere. Let's go ahead and do our escape test. We'll go ahead and commit Glorfindel and Arwen to an escape test. A total of 6 willpower compared to 0. What a waste. Oh well. Then the final thing we'll do is we'll exhaust the Warden of Healing so that we only have 2 points of damage here on Treebeard. 1, and I can't find another 1. Here we go. 2. That'll end this second round. We'll go ahead and move up to 29 threat. We will refresh, and we'll go ahead and generate resources. 1, 2, and 3. And then we'll draw a card. Oh, perfect. I was just talking about reducing our threat. For this round, I believe I am going to discard Imladris. He's awesome, but I just don't have the Elven Light in my hand, so it doesn't make it worth it. I'm going to go ahead and generate a resource for Treebeard so I can use both of his resources to bring out another Warden of Healing. That is right, 2 of them. Then I'm going to spend 3 of the 4 spirit resources to reduce our threat by 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're now at 23. And that means Glorfindel only has 1 resource left. That's all we've got. We still only have 2 threat in the staging area, so I'm going to go ahead and quest with Glorfindel and Arwen. 6 to 2. Let's go ahead and reveal the next encounter card, and we have the Heart of the Marshes. While the Heart of the Marshes is the active location, all cards dealt from the encounter deck for escape test get +1 escape. Ooh, okay. That adds 3 threat, 3 plus the 2 that are already out there. That's 5. Man, I should have had Treebeard go. We'll add 1 more progress. We have a total of 5, 6, 7, 8 progress. We need 12 to get to the next spot. For our escape test, we'll use Treebeard and Glorfindel. So that's a total of 5. We'll draw this top card. It's an escape 5. Oh my gosh, is it equal to? I gotta look at that. So with 5, we would actually fail. I have to go higher. So I'm going to go ahead and damage Treebeard to get him +1. So that's 6 to 5. Okay, thank goodness. Then we'll go ahead and travel to the Heart of the Marshes. But that means that all cards when we draw for escape get +1. We'll then exhaust these 2 Warden of Healings, and we will heal up Treebeard twice. Then we'll start the next round. We'll go ahead and move our threat up to 24. We will generate 3 resources. 1, 2, and 3. And we'll draw a card. And we have another good harvest. Ugh. And you guys, my hand is pretty terrible. So I am not going to do... Well, you know what? I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to discard 1 good harvest for 1 more resource. And let's go ahead and put that on Treebeard. Okay, just so that I've got some more resources we can use for the next round. Hopefully when we draw something good. Okay, we're going to go ahead and move to questing, and we're going to quest with Glorfindel and Treebeard for 5. We've got 2 in the staging area. We'll flip this card, and we have the Eastern Crows. They gain Surge. They're going to just come out as an enemy, and then we will flip the next one. Another Eastern Crows. Seriously? Okay, and we have to flip another one, and we have a location. After the players travel to this location, place 1 progress. Ugh. Looking here, we have a total of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 threat in the staging area. We only quested for 5. So I'm going to damage Treebeard 3 times, ow, to go ahead and get us even, and then place 2 out of the 4 progress that we need on the Heart of the Mists. But we didn't even finish it, which stinks. So what can we do, right? Now we have to do an escape test. And don't forget, every card gets +1. And I'm going to take a huge risk here. I'm just going to do Arwen because I need to be able to defend or attack those silly little Eastern Crows. And Glorfindel will be able to do that for me. So we'll flip this. It has no escape number. Oh, yeah, because it's from the encounter set that I totally forgot to put in the last time. So this is only an escape 1. We're in escape 3. We are good. Oh, okay. During the encounter phase, both of these crows are going to come towards us. They only attack for 1 each, so it's not terrible, but I don't know what bad shadow effects are going to happen. So I'm going to go undefended and nothing here. So we'll place 1 damage on Glorfindel, and I'm going to go undefended here, and we have nothing here for a shadow effect. So I'll place that damage also on Glorfindel, and then Glorfindel is going to exhaust and beat the hooey-bajubies out of one of these Eastern Crows. Now, when they are defeated, you have to shuffle them back into the encounter deck. We'll then end the round by exhausting both Warden of Healings. That's going to take care of these, take care of 2 damage on Treebeard, and then we are going to generate a ton more resources because we don't have a great hand. I maybe went too soon with that hand because I was so excited about the Light of Valinor, but, ooh, Elven Light, that could be useful. And you know what, you guys? My threat was only at 24, moving to 25, so I could only have had 1 Eastern Crow come out anyways. So that shouldn't have changed anything. I would have gone undefended. Glorfindel would have then been able to kill one. Next time I can engage the other. To start off this next round, we're going to discard Elven Light to generate a resource, I think for Arwen, because then we have 3 on each of our heroes. Then we're going to pay that resource we just generated to put Elven Light back in our hand, and we're going to draw a card, and we've got Imladris Caregiver. Yes. Okay, so what we can do, we can spend 2 of Treebeard's resources to put out Imladris. Then, with his ability, we can discard Elven Light to go ahead and heal 1 damage on Treebeard. Then we can spend 1 of Arwen's resources and bring Elven Light back to our hand and draw a card. Okay, we'll go ahead and do that again. Yes, so we'll discard Elven Light because we can do this twice per round. Heal up Treebeard. Now Treebeard's healed to full. We'll go ahead and use another one of Arwen's resources. Bring Elven Light back. Draw a card. Self-preservation. Okay, so then we're going to play a Good Harvest and use self-preservation. We're going to use 1 from Treebeard and 2 from Glorfindel, and then we can place self-preservation on Treebeard. Sweet. Yeah, so that's the whole reason I have Elven Light and Imladris in this deck, is sometimes it comes out at the best time, and you can go ahead and draw a ton of cards. So that really helped. We have a total of 5 threat in the staging area. So we're going to go ahead and exhaust Treebeard for 2, use Glorfindel for 3, and Imladris for 6 total. 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're only winning by 1. We'll go ahead and flip this card, and we have a Wisp of Pale Sheen. When revealed, place 2 resource tokens on Gollum. Any player may exhaust a lore hero to reduce this effect by 1 resource token. No way. No way. That's the whole reason why we have a Test of Will and 1 of Glorfindel's resources. That ain't happening. 6 to 5. Right now we're placing 1 progress here. But I'm going to go ahead and damage Treebeard a total of 4 times. I want to push. We're doing really well. So 1 will finish this and 3 more here. Let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, if he had draft, we would have been able to move to the next round. But he can only take 4 points of damage. And actually, that is not true because it's an action. I can, for an action, exhaust our self-preservation. That will then heal him by 2. So he only has 2 points of damage on him instead of 4. Then I can damage him 1 more time to place 1 more single progress on this card. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes. After a tiring pursuit where Treebeard really hurt himself, through the treacherous marshlands, you have cornered Gollum and move in for the capture. Forced. After this stage is defeated, the first player chooses a player. That'll be me. The player must pass an escape test, dealing 1 card from the encounter deck for each resource token on Gollum to capture him. If Gollum is not captured, then you have to reset to 1B. So we only need 3 progress here. We right now only have to draw 1 card because there's only 1 resource on Gollum. But before any of that, we still have to do an escape test right now. So I'm going to go ahead and exhaust both Glorfindel and Arwen. That's for a total of 6. We'll draw the top card. This has absolutely no escape number, so we're good. We're then in the travel phase, going to travel to the Fens and Mires, but that means we're going to have to place another resource token on Gollum. So now we're going to have to draw 2 cards. I still think that's okay, but we'll see. I'm not going to engage those Eastern Crows. I don't really want to put them back in the deck, and they're at 30, and I'm only at 25. So I don't know why before I just assumed they were going to engage me. I'll go ahead and exhaust both of our Warden of Healings to heal up Treebeard. Actually, I might... Yeah, because I'm not going to have enough resources, really. Yeah, I'm going to do it for 2. Then we'll go ahead and push up our threat to 26. We'll generate 3 glorious resources. And we will draw a card, and we have Gildor. Boy, would I love to get Gildor out, but I'm only going to generate a total of 4 resources because I can discard this Elven Light to generate another lore resource. That gives me 4. So instead, I think I'm going to go ahead and activate Elven Light. I'm going to use Glorfindel's resource, and we'll draw another card. Maybe that will give us something. Nah, it's another Guardian of Rivendell. Okay, I'm going to discard Elven Light, and I'm going to heal up 1 from Treebeard. So Treebeard is totally healed. And then I'm going to spend another Arwen resource. I've used up all my blue resources to go ahead and draw another card. And we have a Test of Will. Well, that's nice, but I have no resource to use it. So I think with all these cards in my hand, there isn't much I can do. Maybe we can just push through it with what we have. Let's see if we can. Moving to questing. Glorfindel for 3, Treebeard for 2, and Imladris for 6 in total. So we have 6 to 3 that are in the staging area. So right now, if what we draw adds no additional threat, we will complete Stage 2B, and we'll have to do an escape test for 2 cards, which then my plan would be to use Glorfindel, Arwen, and both Warden of Healings for at least 8. And you know what I'm totally forgetting? I have the Fens and Myers out. That needs 2 more progress. So we need a total of 5 progress. So right now I'd have to damage Treebeard for 2. And we have from the encounter deck, Hill Troll. Oh man. But he's only 1 threat. Wait, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 threat in the staging area. We were questing for 6. So that would take care of this location. So we'll damage Treebeard for 3. That will go ahead and place 3 progress here. We do have to damage him for 3, but that's okay. Now we just have to do an escape test with 2 cards. If we can do it, we win. We'll go 3, 6, 7, and 8. And we get 0 and escape 2. Boom. We just captured Gollum. Okay, well that was the Dead Marshes the second time. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the final episode for the Shadows of Mirkwood.